Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Data with AG. Today I'm back with another easy level SQL interview question. This question was asked in Facebook interview. Let's read the question. Assume you have an events table on Facebook App Analytics. Write a query to calculate the click-through rate for the app in 2022 and round the results to two decimal places. So click-through rate is nothing but number of clicks divided by the number of impressions, and we have to round it to two decimal places. So once again, to solve this problem, we'll be employing the success framework. For those who are unfamiliar with what success framework is, it is a method for tackling SQL queries in interviews, which I personally developed after solving numerous questions online and participating in over 20 plus data science interviews. I'll be soon making a detailed video on the success framework. Anyways, let's get cracking. So first step, as always, is to explore the data. So let's select star from the table events. So as you can see, in this table, we have three attributes: app ID, event type, and timestamp. The app ID and event time seems to have repetitive values, whereas the timestamp seems to be unique. And the timestamp has values from 2022 as well as 2021. But the question demands we only take the values for the year 2022. So in order to do that, our first task is to filter out all the values for 2022. And in order to achieve that, we'll use the date part function of SQL on the timestamp column in the where clause. So let's do that. So select star from events where date part. Since we want the year of the timestamp, we'll use the year date part. And the column name that is to be passed to the function is timestamp equals 2022. Yeah, so we have all the values filtered for the year 2022, which is a good thing. Now we need to calculate the number of clicks and expressions in the given table. For that, we'll use the case statement and create two additional columns called clicks and impressions, and we'll assign the value 1 to the rows where the corresponding event type is present. Let me show you what do I mean by that. So I'll use case when event type equals click, then 1, else I'll assign it 0 and I'll name it as clicks. Similarly, I'll do the same thing with the event type equals impression, and I'll name the column as impressions. Let's run this query. So as you can see, we have two new columns, clicks and impressions, where wherever the event type is impression, the value is 1 under the impression column and 0 for the clicks. And similarly, wherever the event type is click, we have 1 under the clicks column and 0 under the impression. Now let's calculate the total clicks and impressions. To do that, we'll compute a sum over the respective case statements and group it by the app ID. First of all, let's only select the app ID because that is the only column we require in the output. Now I'll put this entire case statement inside the sum function since we want to compute the sum of it. And since we are using an aggregation function, it's mandatory to add the non-aggregated column in the group by clause. So let's add the app ID in group by. As you can see, we have the total number of clicks and impressions for the respective app ID. Now, the only thing that remains is to calculate the percentage and round it to two decimal places. We'll do that using the round function. So let's do it. So first, let's divide both of these. So for that, I'll remove the column alias. I'll divide the total number of clicks and by the total number of impressions and name it as CTR. And also I'll round up the entire thing by two decimal places. And in order to get the percentage, I'll multiply it by 100. So let me rename it as CTR rate since it's a percentage. And let's try to run this query. Yeah, so we have the respective CTR percentage for the respective app IDs. So the query is complete. Another approach to solve this question would be using count instead of sum. So let's try to do that. So instead of using sum, we'll be using the count function. And since we are using a count function, we do not want the 0. Instead, we want null in place of 0, so it won't be counted. And let's try to run this query. Yeah, we have the same output. So this is another way of solving the same query. So we are done with the question. If anyone has any better way of solving this, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.